Hello again, and welcome to yet another game this week. And this time I am playing Luis Rubio, and I'm the USSR. So this game was lagging behind a little bit. The deadline was on Wednesday, so kind of had to play it. Hello, hello, hello. Um, all right, average hand, I think. Maybe on the slightly on the sort of lower ops side, but still with very manageable. Some scoring cards. Probably a space card there. All right. I was actually thinking about doing the 4-5 setup here and not go for Italy since I don't really have a strong coup card. Um, Maybe I should have done that. It was actually a nice opportunity for that. Luis is going for a standard setup there. So is this Europe in the headline? I think so. I think so. Vietnam revolts, but I don't have Asia and I don't have duck and cover, so not crazy about it. I have no way to get into France quickly. No, I think this is Europe in the headline. Ooh, and I'm glad I did. Alright, so this will be a turn of damage control, essentially. Um, do I still go for a coup and hope for the best in Iran? I think I will. That was not the best. That's not what I hoped for. Okay, so with that out of the way, I think I just have to sort of grab presence in the Middle East and then score it quickly if I'm able to. Let's do that. So I'm on a bit of a high after my last game against Yuri, which ended in a VP win in turn 4. So maybe let's see if Luis can bring me back down to Earth. This is my 5th ITSL game for the season, and I've currently got a score of 3 wins, 1 loss. So that's nice. And a lot of Twilight struggle this week. The game against Yuri, and now this one, and then obviously this weekend is the Los Angeles Grand Slam. All right, let's see. He's spreading out. That makes sense. Oh, I'm not going to be able to space for most. I don't know about Asia, so we'll wait and see. But I'm worried that he will. Well, I need presence in the Middle East at least. And I guess I might as well use Romanian for it. And then just hope that he doesn't somehow get domination. I don't think so. But I feel like I'm signaling a really weak hand when I put one up into Syria like that. Then again, he has purged me, so I kind of probably can guess that I have a pretty weak hand. No, like I was saying, so games on Saturday and Sunday. 4 games on Saturday. Yeah, I thought he might. Still, it's less than the I'm not getting anything out of this. Like, I might as well score it, I think. Yeah, so then Saturday, Sunday, and on Sunday I'm also playing. I mean, you never know if you play on the Sunday, but most of the time, competition, like there's not that many players in the Grand Slams, so usually you're one of the 16. But then I'm also playing two physical games against Henrik Pettersson um, for our ITSL game and our Nordic League game. So it'll be a whole lot of Twilight struggling this weekend. Alright, so Asia. Hmm. What to do, what to do. I mean, he's going to get first to Thailand no matter what I do. Vietnam Revolts isn't really going to help, I don't think. Kind of would like to hold on to Korean War for a bit. I'm not really prepared to play the China card. I do kind of want to lower DEFCON if I'm going to go Vietnam, but then obviously he'll be in Thailand before that, and then it doesn't really do anything. So I'm also half tempted to coup Pakistan here with Suez, but it's not really gonna work, is it? No. But I feel like Vietnam just gives him a quite a good coup target and doesn't really help. Could go into Afghanistan, then I've got the option to flip with China there. Then he might overprotect. Or I could go the one into South Korea. Make sure I get it. So I'm guessing he might coup now. Wouldn't that make sense? For him. No. He was Japan, and he goes to India for domination. Then I would have to play. I would have to grab South Korea, and that doesn't even really stop him. He can just grab another country. Hmm. What about? I mean, if I play the Korean War, he's just gonna. I don't know if that makes any sense. But if I play the Korean War, he's just gonna take Korea. So I feel like I have to at least challenge him. He might not have Asia scoring right away. So Okay. Some mill-ups for him. And then I might... Actually, then I just feel like I should play this now. But all he has to do is to walk into Thailand, so... My other thought was maybe to coup Lebanon there with Korean War, because I have an opportunity and it doesn't lower DEFCON. That would give me 1 VP, but I think that South Korea is more important right now. Rough start. Okay, UN for op, so he's holding on to something. Alright, I get D-style, so it wasn't that. Might have been decol, or maybe containment. Now I've got the goal, but I've also got an opportunity actually to do a coup in Italy. I've also got Asia scoring that I need to... I could 5-year plan that. That would be nice. Yes, I think so. We haven't seen defectors, so socialist government might be difficult. And also then I don't really have a coup card for... I mean, I've got a 3. That could be enough. Could be enough. I mean, the other option is to play the goal and then coup with socialist governments. But I think I'd rather keep the goal in the deck in that case if this thing doesn't work out. Let's try socialists and see if he has defectors. He does indeed. That's too bad. So what would be my odds here with... It's 5+, so not really worth it. Yeah. Then I'm kind of tempted to... Kind of tempted to dump Asia as well. But holding 5-year plan right now might be a little bit dangerous, and I'm not going to get dominate. Like, yeah, I feel like I might as well hold on to it. I might as well. Sorry, I don't know what I'm saying. I feel like I want to use 5-year plan this turn. DEFCON is at 5. Don't really feel like... I mean, I kind of need to coup though, because I've got D-style. But you can D-style at DEFCON 4. Or I could D-style into Thailand and Indonesia and places, and then try and get points out of Asia. But I don't know. I don't think it's gonna work. I don't think I'm gonna get Dom. So might as well use it to set up Africa and South America instead, like normal. I know I want to use CNS for the event, so maybe I'll just do that. And then Tagol is one of my few, pretty much my only really playable card. Says I have to wait with 5-year plan. But what do I do with Marshall? Do I space Marshall? Alright, so he's bringing DEFCON down to 4. That makes it kind of tempting to... No, not really. Well, if I coup Pakistan here, he's going to have to choose between counter-couing, if he has to, or coup Egypt with a proper card. And then DEFCON is down to 2, and then I can D-start. It's not a terrible idea. But yeah. Problem is I don't really have access to Pakistan, so even if I remove him or whatever, then I'm not gonna... I need 4 plus, essentially. I mean, it's not unheard of. 4 plus. It happens. Yeah. I think it's my shot to bring... And of course he might just go into France after that. But I think he might do that, like... Let's try. Alright. But now... Right, so he goes for the coup. Egypt. Oh, very good coup. Yeah, that's too bad. But now I can D-start. And I will. So, do I put anything in? I kind of have to, right? I have to put something here. I'm sure he will just take it if I don't go all in. But I can also go France. That's interesting. He won't be able to take both, at least. And then... I kind of feel like I have to go here. And what about Africa? But I've got access to Algeria now, so maybe we can leave Africa out of it for the moment. This is a decent D-style, I think. And we haven't seen the call yet, so it could still happen. But he might also be holding it because I think if he had well, I don't know, containment. He might have held containment, but or any other card really. But containment is one of those cards that you kind of feel like holding. He did have a fairly weak hand though for his so yeah. Here comes NATO. And he chooses Thailand because it hasn't been played yet. Asia. He doesn't know though that it will not happen. Now the question is, I mean, I kind of have to trigger. Either I could trigger Formosan, grab France, or I could trigger Marshall and grab France and Spain, and then I won't get Europe Dom, but I can sort of stop him from getting it. I also kind of want to go into Laos, just to have something in Southeast Asia. And that's a big ask for 2 ops. And also I kind of feel like spacing one of these 2 cards. But Marshall, like if I take France now, then I could go Marshall into Spain and Turkey. That would kind of be okay. Then I still have a hope for Dom. So I think that's what I'm going to do and just not care about Asia for the moment and just hope it goes away. Which it will do, because I've got a 5-year plan. Yeah. And then he's going to walk into here, but I need to remember to go to Venezuela with 5-year plan. And I would also like to have something more in the Middle East, like I can't be presence-less there. And we're still waiting to see things like CIA and Dark. Most of the big ones have been played right. Well, we've got nuclear test ban left to account for, and no, that's it. And most of the red 3s, Wars of Pact, still out there. Yeah. Starting to go into Africa there. Okay, so I think it's Marshall into these two places. That gives me a strong position in Europe. Hopefully I can get and keep domination there. And then 5-year plan could do something like shore up Venezuela, overprotect France, maybe one into Laos. Oh, actually, I need to go Middle East as well. Maybe just the one extra in Syria, even though that feels useless, but it's important. Here comes Duck. Going all into Africa, okay. And here's 5-year plan, and I need to do that, I need to do that, and I feel like I want to do, actually, Laos is tempting, but I think this is more important. So otherwise he would just make me presence less. And now, yeah, so, right, let's see. And I mean, there are options for me to even out Asia, like Indo-Pakistani War, decall into Thailand, Vietnam revolts again, doesn't really do much, but still. Or if I get US Japan, I could even grab Japan. Briefly, okay, here comes Fidel, and he's realigning Fidel with Fidel. I think you have a 28% chance of succeeding with that. He almost did it. Alright, so he got decall. Oh no, I got decall. This is a nice hand. So he's holding NORAD. He's holding Truman. Did we see Truman? We did actually, yeah. So, and Arab-Israeli war, I think? Yeah. So he's holding NORAD, Arab-Israeli war, special. Yeah, special. NORAD, Arab-Israeli war, and special. And he knows about. He doesn't know about defectors in the Pakistani war, Suez, or Olympic Games. No, he knows about Olympic Games. So, oh, blockade. He's got blockade as well. So that's interesting. So basically, what can I headline here? I've got defectors. I could headline decall, and I think it's pretty tempting to do that. I've also got in the Pakistani war. It's also quite tempting, but I think decall is really I mean, I have to coup anyway, but yeah, no, it's going to be difficult. Headlining the blockade. What's he going to throw out? We'll see in a minute. I think it's definitely one more into Thailand. I want to go into this place. Or actually, do I want to go Angola and then Kuza here? Nigeria. And Indonesia, maybe? Let me think about this for a sec. Yeah, I think this is... I mean, I'm kind of committed to Kuza, which then stops me from just flipping Thailand. That might be a good idea otherwise. Or... Actually, no, hang on. If I go like this, then if he coups, it's not the end of the world, and then I can steal Thailand with the China card. Oh, he's holding CIA as well, so that's really nice. Not too many ops in his hand, judging from those the known cards. Yeah, I think this makes sense because I've got access to Algeria as well, so I'm not completely out of Africa. Let's do this. And then if I I can still play in the Pakistani war, but especially if he coups, but then I'm not sort of relying on it. All right, it was just socialists. That's fine. Then let's flip Thailand. Because if I had gone into Nigeria there and I'm not coupping, then he will just coup it. So that's just giving him a free country, basically. I also wouldn't mind grabbing Greece if I'm able, because it's just annoying. Like he's so close to him. All right, Korean War. That actually gives me the Milops as well, and it fails. All right, so now I kind of have to go. I feel like I want to go just to stay in Africa, like this. It's using a high up card early there, but I feel like it's important. Oh, and we need to worry about Cuba as well. I don't know what's more a hurry. Cuba or Greece or using in the Pakistani war. I mean, he's got a lot of things that he wants to do right now. Alright, so in the Pakistani war is just about to get impossible. I don't mind this so much. I can reinforce Thailand later. But also, if I do play it and domination is still within his grasp. If he takes Japan and Taiwan, he's got domination. So I think it's worth a shot with India. Oh, lovely. I always joke that it always works, but I mean, if just anyone will tell you, it always works. But is now Asia Dom within my reach? I think maybe technically. But um, there's so many little countries that he can. Well, it's basically Vietnam and Burma. All right, even more Milops. All the Milops. That one didn't work, sadly. Is he going to realign Cuba? Yeah. Ooh, okay, so I think it's time. Trigger this. And just fill it back up. Fidel needs help. Let's send Tito. So that might not be a good idea. Might give Fidel ideas. He's still trying. Oh no! It did give Fidel ideas. Should not have sent Tito. Damn it. Okay. I've only got 2 more rounds now, and I'm gonna have to overprotect things as well. I'd like to voice protect Venezuela from voice. There's so many things I have to do, but I feel like this is important. Am I being silly? But I kind of feel like that's something that I have to do, because now I'm kind of cementing domination in Europe. He's going to have to work hard to get up to 6. Well, sort of hard anyway. And then containment into... So he's now holding NORAD and CIA, if I've done my maths. Oh no, he played NORAD. He's holding CIA and... What was the other thing I said? I knew about these 4 and CIA, so maybe the last one is unknown. Yep, yeah. Well, I mean, he didn't have all the time in the world, so don't blame yourself. Okay, I need to overtake these 2 at least, because that's crucial. Will he go? Oh, and Thailand too, so... Yeah. Let's hope he doesn't get voice in AR4. Sorry, turn 4. Hoping always works, right? Because voice right now would be horrible. But I feel like it looks better than it than it started off. Middle East is a problem. But apart from that, I haven't really got many problems. Just need some points now. NATO, that was a redraw, so he's not holding any cards. That's kind of fine. Not completely fine, but kind of fine. Ooh, this is a lot of ops. Question is, do I want to coup? Otherwise, how I learned is a pretty nice, could be a nice headline to give me back India. Brezhnev is also nice. It will give me a bunch of ops, because I'm not really eventing any of this. I could 5-year plan the Middle East as well. That's lovely. Then I don't have to worry about the Middle East. I mean, if he were to take India now, I can just go into Taiwan or even Japan. Oh, I've got Japan. That's my space card. I can go into Japan, and if he uses China card, then he disables Taiwan. So I think Brezhnev. So many ops. No, Thailand. Don't take Thailand. Oh, that hurts. Okay, now I kind of have to go into India. But then he will coup. Oh, I'm glad you're happy. Louise. Oh, yeah, that changes things. India is now important. Is it though? He can't take both India and Japan in one go. So if I space that, which I kind of want to do anyway, then yeah. Oh, but he doesn't need both because he's got Taiwan as well. I've got a bunch of 4-ops. If nothing else, I think I could force him into playing the China card. Let's coup. Let's coup in with de Gaulle in Panama. Because I have to get back into Central. Alright, not too bad. Southeast Asia is going to be nasty. But it will have to be. Five-year plan has definitely helped me a lot this game. Oh, you played the China card already. Then I don't have to worry about Taiwan. He's going for India. In that case, I mean, he could be holding it. He could be holding the scoring card. And then I can't really go Japan. I could jam Pakistan. I mean, he played China pretty early. I could just jam this. I'm sure he's got a 3-op and he can respond to it. But he started off with the China card there, not even trying to just take India first or something. So, is that reason to believe he's got a weak hand? Well, maybe not. But he's going with influence. Okay, so that kind of indicates that was his last 4-op. And it also indicates that he really, really wants Pakistan. And that he's probably got Asia scoring. And that his hand is fairly weak, I reckon. But now I can't break Pakistan again. I can break India, but only with a 3-op. Let's try it once. Because not going for, like, using ABM for influence there. When you can coup Venezuela, you can... It's one of those times when you want to go game 2 in South Africa. Doesn't happen a lot. Right, so now he's starting to play red cards. And I've still got some 3-ups. And I have nothing to worry about. Like, I can literally... I have to space Japan at some point. It would be hilarious if he did not have Asia scoring. Ah, I evade the Pope. Let's go again. We both seem to like this game. But I'm getting rid of cards here, like ABM Treaty, John Paul, that he hasn't evented, so I'm getting something out of this. It fills it up now again, though. Yeah, he's gonna... Right, okay. I'm trying to stop you from scoring Asia Dom. Which you clearly have. But now I'm not sure I can anymore. I mean, US Japan is not going to help, is it? Although I could... Yeah, I could... If I trigger this, and then I go... You still got... I was just thinking, like, maybe this was all a mistake. Should I have tried to spread into South America instead, maybe? I shore up domination in Africa. Probably. Because it appears he doesn't have Asia scoring. Quagmire's gone. Oh, that's... Oh, wow. Oh, well, he's quagging himself? Well, then he clearly doesn't have it. Or he might. He might. But now yeah, he overprotected now, so... Oh no, this is a 4-up. Oh no, sorry, that doesn't work. Oh, and I just gave him one more point. I still think he might have it. But now he is, now he's quagged. But yeah, I can't stop him anymore. That was stupid, probably. Actually, let's grab domination while I can. Or even work towards control. Okay. Yeah, I thought he had it. So, I mean, it was for nothing because he got the points, but my hunch was correct. Ah, Southeast Asia scoring, for fuck's sake. But now he is, and this hand is quite blue. But now he is quagged. So is there any way I can exploit that? If he stays in the quag, I could. Alliance is very playable. Nixon is, well, I could even out Asia, Southeast Asia a bit. Actually, Junta isn't, no, it is pretty bad because it doesn't lower DEFCON. I'm not prepared to give him this. I also kind of want to coup. Anything I want to salt? Brush? PPM? Actually, I could realign Italy and West Germany if I salt for, well, anything. Salt for ABM, maybe? That could be interesting. Does he have anything that will lower DEFCON? Possibly. Well, that would be, we will bury you, because I've got Dark, and I've got Cuban, and we've seen how I learn, so... That would be pretty daring. I mean, Italy is one thing, but West Germany, it's only +1. But I've got a fair amount of ops I could throw at it. And also coup Italy if I have to, like... Is that silly? This is happening, definitely. I need to get in there. But I can't get in there unless I raise DEFCON. Let's try. That also saves me from having to play a bunch of horrible cards. So let's go ABM then. Yeah. Or brush in Italy is also very tempting. That would probably be easier than to realign it. But I would still have to realign West Germany. I mean, as long as he's in the... Yeah, let's try. As long as he's in the quag. If I can just bring them down, like... Italy, I mean, because Italy is at +2. So I could... If I roll reasonably well, I could empty that. And then West Germany, I just need to get below. Okay, yeah. I wonder if I should hold on to that in case he gets out and then coups. I'd need the 4-ups though, don't I? For a successful... Okay, now we're talking. And then... Do I go... Okay, not bad. Alright. Oh, he stays in the trap. Beautiful. So then, do I keep realigning? Yeah, I think definitely. Let's get rid of this. Oh, that hurts. Alright, and then let's see what we can do here. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, that's unusual. Now it's just going to be all in Europe and just hope that Asia scoring doesn't hurt me too bad. Okay, he's out. Or Southeast Asia scoring. He's out of the quag. So now I have to go. Like that. Ooh. Hmm. This is nervous. If he has a 4-up now, this could all have been for nothing. He does, but it's a red 4-up, but still. But now I can realign again. But now he's got, no, he's still plus, oh, no. Let's try another realign. But this could be a bad idea if it, or should I raise, because if he, my cards, like now the rest of my cards aren't really all that playable. Next thing gives him points now, which I kind of want to avoid. Duck is theoretically playable, but it's also like, if Europe doesn't happen quickly, it doesn't matter if I win this. If I give him Southeast Asia and then 3 points and like, oh, not 3 points. It's only 1 point now though, but it does lower DEFCON. And then if the realign fizzles. So you have another 4. This is exciting stuff. He's got a 3, and he's going for the coup. Oh yeah, that's an option. If you roll well enough. Then I feel like I have to give him this. And that's really, really bad, because now it's 2 points. Am I just giving away the game now? Actually, I don't think that was a good idea to coup Italy there. You do lower DEFCON, but you're still behind in West Germany, and you're very unlikely to get, like, he needed a 6 to get. Ooh. And he's got Central and Shuttle. Okay. Yeah, so his hand is not great either. I mean, I kind of have to do that. Because then, now if he coups, then I take West Germany. And then I just have to hold out long enough. And he's going to give me some points for Central as well. I mean, I could easily. So now he's holding Central and Shuttle and Romanian. Central Shuttle. So Shuttle is a big card. He could easily take the lead in West Germany with that. I'm only getting 2 ops from this, 2 VPs from that. So I feel like I kind of have to fill it up. Do I give him? I really don't want to give him 2 VPs at this point. And then he's going to get the mill ops as well. Especially if I play nuclear subs. I could go... I could go Junta and coup Argentina. That doesn't give me Milops, but it does give me... does lower Defcon, so I minimize the loss there. And then I could... if he plays shuttle into West Germany, then I can respond with nuclear. No, I can't, because it's my last round. No, I feel like I have to do that, because I know he has to score as well. And I am still leading in West Germany. So now the question is, I mean, he definitely has to play shuttle into West Germany now. Like, he literally has no choice. But I messed this up a little bit. He gets 5 points from this. That puts him on 15. But he also has to score Central. So that's 4. That almost makes up for Southeast Asia. South America is also looking quite good, and Africa, so I'm still kind of in a position where I could get a few points pretty soon. I just need to hold out. Even 8 VPs in Europe is not bad. I'm hating this situation. So he went with a scoring there, and then I have to give him that. And now surely he will fill up West Germany. Not fill up, but go in West Germany. That was an exciting turn. I'm not sure I made the right choice, but here comes Europe. And we will bury you. And I've got Red Scare, and I've got Muslim. I've got a lot of ops. We will bury you is safe, right? Because we've seen Cuban, we've seen How I Learned, we've seen Duck and Cover, and it goes before all of those. He could... we also need to worry about Missile Envy. But I do need VPs. I also need my ops to go into Europe with. Red Scare would definitely help in Europe. And I played Effectors in turn 3 tonight. Yeah. So, but we haven't seen you in intervention in the mid-war, so Wilberio is not entirely safe. Of course, if I get Europe, it's Europe control. There aren't any scoring cards he could play before that. No, I think it's Scare. That would give me a big edge in Europe. Yeah, I thought you might. But now at least he's down. So then I guess it's Muslim. And oh no, he can go for influence as well, but it's only going to be a 3. Yeah, I guess it's Muslim. Doesn't really matter. Actually, maybe We Will Bury You would have been better. Because now... oh, he went for the coup? That's not what I would have done there. If he had gone into West Germany there, he would have avoided certain death. I don't know, he might have a good hand, but I feel like we've seen most of the 4 ops now. And he's purged, so Is there anything that I need to think of that could help him here? That's 2 influence. And it's only a 3-op, so he probably doesn't have anything better than that. My hand isn't great either. I mean, I've still got some junk left over from last turn, Summit, East European, so he might be able to keep up with this. He's got the China card after all. But if nothing else, I'm getting a lot of points from Europe. And he might have to play some horrible cards. But I don't think I'll go crazy in Europe this time. I need to get a coup for Milops if I don't win right now. Okay, so he's going for the vent there. He's really hoping that I don't have Europe scoring. But I do. He hasn't got a 5-year plan or anything silly like that, right? No, because I play that twice. Oh, that's ironic. Oh yes, GG indeed. Wow. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Mine was pretty bad as well, actually. Yeah, I thought I had really cocked up when he got Asia Dom. Obviously, if I hadn't been fighting this in Europe, then Africa and South America would have looked better. But Asia was still a huge problem. Middle East was a huge problem. That was a reasonable plan. But I do feel like that coup in Italy might not have been a good idea there. But let's see what he had. That was last turn. He could with Comic Con. Yeah, because he was also holding Lone Gunman. And Sentinel, yeah. I mean, this hand is not... It's quite a lot of ops, but it's not that many, and I certainly had more. And but I did give up a lot of points to fight in Europe. Yeah. Yeah, that I agree. All right. It's been a while since I won Europe victory, and especially Europe in the sort of mid game, not in final scoring or sort of late game. Um, but it's those opportunities you kind of have to grab them. And he quagged himself for Asia Dom. I think also that turn, even though I feel like I made a bunch of mistakes there, to keep fighting. I mean, that was eventually what killed him, right? because he was so desperate to get Asia Dom that he forfeited all these events, and then he quagged himself when he knew he had to play the card. So I guess in a way that made sense when you only have quag. But he could have scored and then spaced quag instead. Because that really hurt him. Like when you're, and again, he was only dominating Europe then. He wasn't. He had still West Germany and Italy. They weren't strong, but you know, he had them. So I can see why he wouldn't be worried about Europe domination, like Europe control right there and then. But of course, when you quag yourself in AR7, you have no idea what's happening next turn. You don't know what your cards are going to be. He did have. Oh, sorry, yeah. He did have liberation theology. Like he had things to put on the trap. But you don't know what your turn is going to look like. And if you're just unlucky, maybe just once, you know, that could change a lot. And Europe was still out there. Yeah, and Salt hadn't been played. But I don't think I would have seen that coming. I really don't think I would have seen that coming. Not Europe control. And I mean, it was definitely just something that I thought of as I saw my hand and knew he was trapped. But it can happen. There was still some 4-ops left out there in the deck, even if he wasn't, you know, even if I didn't realign him, he still might have been jammed. So, and regardless, a quag like in that situation still looks really bad in South America and Africa as well. So, very risky move for the 7 VPs. Then again, if I hadn't gotten Europe control now, I still would have gotten a lot of VPs from Europe. And then I could just have scored that and then started working on South America. So regardless, he's in a fairly bad situation in terms of both VPs and board state, but he still had Asia, and Middle East was always, you know, it was pretty blue and was probably going to stay blue for the rest of the game. So he definitely had a lot to fight for if the game had gone on. And the Asia Dom helped. I'm not sure it was worth it, even not considering Europe scoring there and the whole thing in Europe. Don't know if it was worth using up all those cards, and especially the Pope when you are being dominated in Europe. You kind of want to event the Pope there. And he could have grabbed Asia Dom later on as well. So yeah, that's but it's an interesting game, definitely. Definitely an interesting game. All right, so like I said, this weekend is full of Twilight struggling. I'll be streaming the LA Grand Slam on Saturday. Hopefully, I'll go through to the Sunday, and if not, then you will have to imagine what my game against Henrik Pettersson looks like. But he's very much a rising star at the moment, I feel like. So I have no illusions of how that's going to go. But we're going to play 2 games, and it's face to face, like it's physical, so anything can happen. Like we might just forget to reshuffle or whatever. That'll be fun. So yeah, I will see you this weekend. Thanks for watching.